When I think of the question, how I found art or why I got into art, it's almost like at a very critical time. I don't know if I found art or it found me. I know part of it is in my DNA, but it just came for me at the perfect point in my life. It happened in the third grade, and I remember it so well. During that year, we had made a mobile, which was completely new in the world art scene. You just hang the thing up. Mr. Calder's invention was really cool because I had only seen pictures and frames before or sculptured. I'd never seen anything just floating in the air, making some kind of a statement. So our teacher got us together. We all made our own mobile and we put it above our desks. And I watched that thing for so many months just kind of turn around as the fan was going in the classroom. And it brought me joy and amazement. That same summer, my mom kind of saw that I was getting into art, and she bought me from the Salvation Army this paint by number set. It was a Vincent van Gogh, and it was one of his flowers in a vase. I opened it up and I was really disappointed to see that the paint by number board was just fine, but the kid or whoever had it before used all of the paints on something else, and they were just all mixed together and splotched and looked a whole lot darker than they should have been. So I took them and I painted by the numbers anyway, where I thought they might want to go, the dark yellow here and the blacky blue there. And it made a wonderful example of the photo that was on the front of the box, but it was completely different. And it was in that moment where something in my mind went off and said, oh, my grass doesn't have to be green. My sky doesn't have to be blue. My sun doesn't have to be yellow. So it completely took that idea of colors having to be in a specific space or box out of mind. The third thing that happened was I just happened to be at the library, and I loved the big coffee table books. And I just happened to see an art book, opened it up big as life, and there was this Pollock. And if you've ever seen any of his work, it just looks like a bunch of squiggles and lines and a big mess on the canvas. And I saw that thing and I knew that I could be an artist, right? It was hubris and all of that, but as a small kid, art told me, I think you can do this. The Vincent van Gogh was just his stuff is so oily, it's so gloppy, it's so thick, just like me as a kid learning how to paint would paint, right? And Pollock was just all over the place, and Calder was like anything I'd never known. So the art world seemed like it was open to me. And it came at a critical time because I'm in third grade and I'm in a special needs class. And I'm in that class because I had an outburst that I really hurt my second grade teacher after an incident with another child. And I was in that space, and I began to understand that something on my insides was trying to come out. And I didn't have the words for it then, and I only had the words for it a few years ago, that me and my sibs were abducted, and I was actually being trafficked. So it was that experience starting from 6, and now I'm 7 or 8 in the third grade, and I don't want to do this anymore, and I want more control of my body, and I'm a small kid, and so this tussle that I got into with a bigger kid was part of me saying, no, this is mine and leave me alone. So that thing that happened with the boy, that happened with the teacher, put me in special ed. That gave me a lot of space during that year to do a lot of art and to do school in a different way. So I started out with mud, and I noticed that a lot of my stuff was always gaping mouths. It was never a happy thing that I did. But when I did artwork for other people, creating things, I noticed they really liked that. They liked what I created, and I liked creating it. I was starting to find my own voice and my own quirky way of expressing the world. So artwork as an expression, I really began to appreciate how I felt about it, how people felt about it. And over the years, I could get brave enough after reading other folks writing or seeing their work to start to explore my insights.